escape the dungeon.
Hello, everybody. This is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps. I will be your narrator, and I am joined by 4 fantastic players. Zach Brass.
It's an honor to be here.
Dom Brass.
We're all right. We do our best.
Nate Brass.
Hi, what's up, Internet? That's me. I'm going to be playing Elias this season.
And Tyler Niddle.
The pleasure is all mine.
Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing the rustic fantasy RPG Legend in the Mist, published by Son of Oak Game Studio. Guys, there were a few things I wanted to talk about today, but
you forgot them all.
I'm not trying to throw Nate or Dom under the bus here, but
you're going to.
I'm just going to acknowledge that you guys got on later than we originally planned. I won't say how much later. I don't think it matters. But Nate, you were saying the reason why you were late was...
Yes. There was
go ahead.
an accident at the bottom of the hill I live at. And so I was forced to take a right instead of a left. I was a minute away from my home. And then I saw a 40-car pileup waiting for the light. A lot of these cars are turning left and taking a while to get that left made. And my 1 minute turned into like 17 or 18 minutes to drive home.
And the fact that you two live together and you were both a little late, it just gets my mind racing a little bit. And I'm sitting there wondering, how long do we wait before you become genuinely concerned that something is wrong? You know what I mean?
Does
anyone
did
else
they have
these sort
a
of
house fire?
Right, that's where my mind
or
goes.
did we get burgled? No.
Or even if it's as simple as what if they got into a horrible screaming match at each other and
That's it. Podcast is done.
Yeah.
You can't recover with one casualty. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And then it gets my mind racing about do you guys have any casual friends you hang out with once in a while? They're not really part of an extended friend group.
They're called coworkers.
About what if something were to happen to me and this person just never found out and just thought I was ghosting them for the rest of their life? That's where my mind goes.
That's dark.
I feel like the people I associate
Eventually,
with regularly
I'm sure,
or irregularly will probably learn of my untimely demise.
Yeah, I feel like at some point they'd be like, "Oh shit, Mike died." 5 years later, it'd be like,
Yeah,
"Damn,
exactly.
I'm wondering what would happen to him."
Yeah, honestly, I think that's fun. I hope that happens.
Get the big one.
Just because, they're whatever kind of friends, and it's oh, I thought they hated me, but it's oh no, they're just dead. Oh, and it's a fun surprise. Isn't that fun? Yeah, because your friend gets a little fun surprise when you die.
I don't think death is a fun surprise.
It'd be oh shit, I liked that guy. They're dead? That sucks. Oh, no, a fun surprise.
Well, yeah, but I was thinking of it
well, at least he's not an
pressure.
asshole.
Yeah, well, at least he didn't ghost me, and he doesn't think less.
It's not a fun
less of
surprise.
Yeah,
me.
he's only dead.
You're misusing the word fun again.
It's the most morbid opening ever. You might as well. This is like in college where they're like, okay, write, or not college, but just like a writing course where they're like, all right, write your obituary.
I feel like they didn't make me do anything cool like that.
None of you have ever had to write your own obituary in a writing class.
No.
Sure, I probably did, but
No,
Mike?
I think
No, I mean,
that's weird.
I mean, I've
Mike's the
taken a
English
lot of
major.
writing classes. I'm like in like ongoing adult education writing programs.
So
I
surely you have.
do not remember
I feel like we
ever
did it in
sitting
middle
down to
school.
write my own obituary, Tyler. I just gotta be honest with you.
Now I can't ask any of you what you wrote on your own obituaries. You ruined it.
I don't think most people practice that in classes.
I'm pretty
I-
sure that we did it in middle school.
I practice it for people
Middle
I know
schoolers?
while I'm in the shower. Like,
yeah, middle schoolers.
What?
All right, there, Arya Stark. You're reciting your list.
not
no,
the
he's
people I
practicing
want
for
to
when we die.
But like,
Oh,
if a loved, like, this is what I think of. These are my shower thoughts. Like,
Oh my
I mean, you no, Mike. Genuinely, you probably
Are you
be
like-
pretty good at writing these. So, like, do that because then it's like, hey, do you need help? I have notes. It's like,
I've been practicing.
honestly, this is really good stuff.
like this is.
Are you
I've got
like
a whole
Batman?
notebook.
You have a contingency plan to kill the rest of the Justice League if they go rogue.
This is probably
It's
like
not like
really
that, it's
terrible
different.
to like say and admit, but like I've got the opening for my parents' obituaries up here.
Oh man.
Hey, he wants to make sure it meets the standard.
Exactly. It's like,
I get it.
I love
You're
that.
like-
I don't necessarily have the whole thing mapped out, but I know a really good opening for my mom's obituary.
What?
Look,
like I
there's a
haven't
Google
put-
Doc somewhere. Mike's murder manual.
No, see, you guys are making it worse than it actually is. I haven't.
No,
I
we
didn't
think
think
it
it
was
was
weird.
bad.
I haven't
I
put
get
like
it.
pen to paper on it at all because that makes it too real. But like,
Well, yeah.
you
That's crazy.
you got to acknowledge like it's a thing that you're gonna have to do someday.
Probably.
I mean,
I might die before
So-
my parents.
So what are you?
someone
you
was gonna
planning
say
on?
it. No, but like it's he said it's going to happen someday. It's like
Hard up for
well,
cash.
Let me
Need
tell
that?
you,
Need
sir.
that inheritance?
Unless my mom finds like a philosopher's stone somewhere, like you know.
I love that. You're like, the only way it could happen is if my mother gains immortality.
If my
Nothing
dad
else
finds
magic.
a genie lamp and the genie isn't an asshole, then sure, maybe.
It's okay. They got a drug for aging
Maybe
now.
I don't bury my mom.
I love the two possibilities. It's like,
It's
yeah,
sorry.
if it's a cool genie, but if it's not even a cool genie, dude, then he's gonna be dead in like 2 weeks. It's not great.
Look, just gather the Dragon Balls and it'll be fine.
Then I'm gonna get a call from like my uncle being like, "Your dad found a genie lamp. He must have wished for immortality or something, and got it twisted because he's a statue now. He's just fully made of marble. We're
Yeah.
gonna need to figure out what to do about this."
But
Yeah,
no
that's-
wear and tear on the marble. This
That's
thing's gonna
genie
last
problems
forever.
right there.
Yeah. I don't think we can move it.
It's fully like 3,000 pounds. Like, we're gonna need a team of people to handle this.
I just need a forklift.
I guess to make his wish come true, we put him in a museum. Yeah, immortalize him that way.
Hey,
Tell him it's
a man's not truly dead
I mean, we
until
don't
the
need to
last
think about
utterance
what
of
we're
their
gonna
name.
tell him.
You know,
By the way, Mike, you've inherited 2 cursed genie wishes.
Can you hold this
See,
monkey
at
paw
least
for me?
then I know. Like, if that's the scenario that
You know
leads
what
up
kind of
to it,
genie you're
Yeah,
dealing
you've got to
with.
be really particular with those wishes.
Yeah, I know.
No
I gotta be
loopholes.
Are you
Yeah,
still making the
really
wishes?
careful.
You got
I
the
might get a
Jafar
lawyer to
lamp.
help me out, see if we can come up with something that'll work.
You got a lawyer for your genie?
Be like,
That's
look, I
fantastic.
need you to figure out a way to get this genie to give me a bunch of money, but not like drop like 2 tons of gold on me or something dumb
This
like
has
that.
to be
Yeah, no,
airtight.
Yeah,
And when I say
like-
airtight, like, we can't say airtight because then he makes our lungs explode.
Yeah.
We need we need a
That's the kind of
humorous
thought
lawyer.
process I need right now.
I need to outthink this motherfucker.
Look, you get 10% of whatever number you can get me to.
Lawyer genie
Oh,
mediation
gosh,
is hilarious.
Just
That
don't
should be a
crash the world
skit.
economy.
Too late.
Somewhere in our campaign, there's going to be Genie Island, right? That's going to be one of the islands, and it's just going to be full of lawyers. Like,
Yeah,
I
the
love
most
that idea.
litigious island in the world.
let's get into our game, shall we? Atop the mountain of Griffin Island, the Fellowship of the Traveling Turtle Tavern has climbed to aid the Guardian against mighty threats. A storm of saltwater rain, an incoming tidal wave, and a skeletal night, weeping tears of perpetual sorrow and crying of forgotten promises. The Fellowship has healed the Griffin, rallied allies and rivals to their side, and stood stalwart against the Knight, but they have thus far been unable to stop him. In a moment of pause, in an effort to gain greater understanding, the rock golem Fabrice tried to converse with the Weeping Knight, who revealed he served a more powerful master who seeks to sink Griffin Island, an apparent act of retribution over a broken contract. As the Fellowship stare out to the sea, at the looming disaster, they see a giant approaching with steps of thunder.
Okay, does someone have this contract? I would like to take a look at it. You can consider me the Griffin Island lawyer.
Has Elias spent some time on Genie Island, maybe?
That's actually where Elias is from.
He's
That's how he has magic powers. He wished for it. And he litigated it properly to get those.
I actually
want
to take a pause here and just check in with you guys about how you feel as players about the situation at hand, because I am going to be the first to admit I have put you in a not unwinnable position, but a very difficult position to win very early in the game. That was a deliberate decision I made about this. How do you guys feel like this is unfair? Do you feel like this is unfun?
Feels like the start of a JRPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't kill one of us, I think you're a
I was
coward.
expecting the first mountain or the first island to be destroyed, but now I
I'm
am.
for it.
It's just this feels like exactly what Zach you were saying. This is how these sorts of games and stories that we're pulling inspiration from start. And that's what I wanted to do. And with just the math of this challenge, the near constant -3 because of the disparity in might between you guys and the Weeping Knight, it doesn't make it impossible, but you need to roll super well on what you're trying to do. You need to be smart about what you're trying to do to maximize your advantages. And maybe you haven't been doing that so much. Maybe you haven't been rolling as well as you need to be. And so, yeah, you're in a very tough position. And now clearly things are getting worse. And I think your characters are probably starting to realize that as they are looking out at the horizon, and you see this just huge silhouette. Like, you can't make out the fine details, but this is like a colossally enormous giant that is walking through the ocean, approaching you. Every footstep is just this explosion of thunder as the saltwater rain continues to pelt down at you, lightning in the sky, imminent disaster, right? This Weeping Knight has just said to Fabrice that this master, whoever this is, wants to sink Griffin Island. And
that's so fucked up.
It is. It's definitely fucked up.
Like, why? What did Griffin Island ever do? It seems like a pretty
rumbling,
undescript island, to be honest. Didn't seem like anything big deal.
That's the big question right now, isn't it, Zach? And I think I would like to start with the spotlight on Ken and because you are on the Griffin's back.
I sure am.
And the Griffin is like flying up in the air, and like attention has been turned to this incoming giant figure. And you just feel like the shiver down the Griffin's spine. And the Griffin's like, "Squawk! I did. I've forgotten something. I've broken a promise. This is all my fault. This is all my fault. My people are damned. My island is doomed, and it is all my fault."
What did you forget?
I can't remember. But I know that there was something within me that is now gone. I don't know what or why or how, but this is my fault. Squawk!
God damn it, Griffin. Look, I don't know. There's a Titan over there.
Yeah. The rumbling is happening, guys. We gotta deal with
that. But I'm still just gonna fight the knight until, we gotta deal with the first problem in front of us.
Okay, so what does Ken want to do on Griffin back? You've got two swords in your hand. One is like crackling with electricity. You are intent on continuing to fight the Weeping Knight. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm gonna be like flying down on him with the swords, just slashing at him and using the fact that I'm on a flying griffin to hopefully run him down and win.
Can me and Gertie slow him down with our magical abilities?
Do you want Gertie to be helping you with like the helping you, Elias, with the like magical ritual stuff that you're trying to do, or do you want her to be providing like artillery support against the knight? You kind of have to decide.
Pick a lane.
Damn it! We can't use her for everything. What a shitty support.
Can I try and use the magic sword, see if I can make it strike lightning at him? I don't know. That seems like something a lightning sword would do.
It does seem like something a lightning sword can do. And you have a tag that we created. You actually have a couple tags that have been created on you. Don't forget, Fabrice has buffed you with inhuman strength, and you have a sparking blade that Elias was able to create. So maybe if anybody can go toe to toe with the Weeping Knight right now, it might be Ken.
Hey, Ken, just don't get yourself killed.
Oh my god. Are you
Yeah,
a
I
trained
mean-
mounted combatant?
Hold
Actually,
on.
you know what? Do get yourself killed. I have healing powers. We'll survive it. I believe in you.
Okay, yeah, inhuman strength and sparking blade. Yes, that's right. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, no, I kind of want to see if I can, like do some cool sword stuff with the Griffin and see if it can, call lightning down on this guy when I slash at him.
Okay, the Griffin is feeling a little distracted by what's happening now. The Griffin is
fair.
like succumbing to this like sense of self-doubt. I will let you use the Griffin as a tag for what you're doing, but there might be some Griffin-based consequences if you don't succeed.
All right, I'm fine with that.
So what are you invoking here?
The trained swordsman. I'm thinking quick learner. Learning the magic sword.
Okay, sure.
Focused under pressure.
Okay. The pressure is definitely on.
Yeah. All right, and then so obviously sparking blade and inhuman strength.
Yeah, that's going to bring you up to a +5, which is huge. I am going to reduce it now a little bit.
Of course you are.
-3, just because of the difference in might. And I'm also going to do a -1 from the sorrow that Ken is still feeling. That magical, overwhelming sense of sadness. That's gonna keep you in the positive. That's
Yeah.
going to keep you at a +1.
All right, well, I just rolled snake eyes, so...
Oh, that is so bad, Ken.
Yeah. God. Snake eyes, all right. So what terrible thing happens to me? I know that it's like a mega fail, right?
It is. Before I get to that, something that we haven't touched a ton on, and Zach, this isn't like a consequence I'm imposing on you. This is an option I'm giving you. Okay. Every theme that you guys have has a quest that you decided on it. We haven't talked a ton about this. I was going to wait until like after this segment of the adventure to like go through this, but this feels like a good opportunity to maybe bring up something about this where every time you do something that you feel is a step forward into accomplishing your quest, you get to mark experience. Every time you do something that is like a failure of your quest that you feel represents taking a step back away from accomplishing this, you mark decay. Neither of those things are necessarily like good or bad on their own. It is just representation of how your character is changing. Your quest for trained swordsman is become a legendary warrior. Do you maybe think that a failure this badly could represent like a severe moment of doubt, of decay towards this theme? Because this is a bad failure against a strong opponent.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I'm going to hit a decay.
All of these things are entirely up to you guys. I can never tell you to mark either way. It is what you feel your character has done based on your own goals. But this just feels like a moment to bring it up.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair. I mean, I definitely would have marked experience if I kicked this guy's ass.
before I even tell you what the consequences are, because you're deciding to mark decay here, I would like to just ask you, what do you think this failure looks like, and how does it make Ken feel?
I don't know. Maybe he literally just tries to strike him. No lightning comes out, and the armor actually causes him to like completely lose the sword, and it probably falls off the griffin too.
I think that's great. I think the sparking sword just gets like deflected by the Weeping Knight's arm. It's such a strong blow that it fully like knocks the blade out of your hand. It goes spiraling through the air and flies like off the face of the mountain.
Fuck.
The lightning sword. Nate, I'm sorry.
That's so mean to me.
It's funny.
Who specifically requested a lightning sword, did the thing to make it a thing, had it stolen away by another player who then immediately loses it. Like, what the actual fuck?
I feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
You
I think this
should.
is good.
I was
No.
gonna give it back after this fight.
You're the sword guy. You
Then
had
how
no way
is
of
it-
knowing. It's not
The
even your
sparking
fault.
sword flies off the face of the cliff, spiraling through.
You weren't here for the conversation. You just
Yeah, I
showed up.
did.
You're
I
like,
missed
oh,
it."
lightning storm.
Yeah, that's literally what happened.
I mean, must be for me. I'm the sword guy.
Ken-
No, I failed. I must get rid of something. I'll get rid of the thing that someone else wanted.
Fuck. You,
I'm
you are
legitimately pissed off right now.
Yeah, but any good magic sword is a magic sword that you find magically.
No, not for my character. Making it was the thing.
I know.
well, Nate, your quest for that is making magic items, right? Not keeping
Yes, that's
them.
why I wanted to get the sword,
Not
work on it, make it a
keeping
cool actual magic sword.
It's
I wanted to
up
refine
to
it.
you. It's
Well,
up
look-
to you whether you have taken a step towards accomplishing that already or not.
It was the prototype.
Sword disarmed. Ken knocked off the griffin. You and the griffin both go like careening and scraping across the stone in separate directions. I'm also going to. This is just such a bad failure. I am gonna give Ken another success here. Just wounded one. And not even like directly from the knight, just like the
From
crashing
falling off of the
around
side
you.
of a cliff a little bit.
Yeah. I think you're bruised, you're bloodied a little bit. That is going to
The only thing that really hurts is my pride.
your pride and your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mechanically, mostly your body.
And as that happens, I think the griffin, also, bruised and bloodied from this, sort of brings itself up and it looks over to like Elias and Simo, who are engaged in like trying to combine all these different magical energies to trap the Weeping Knight. And the griffin looks at the two of you and says, "Squawk, it's no use. The knight is too powerful. I know what I must do. Squawk!" And he starts flapping and flying back into the air. "I must use the last of my magic. I can perform a ritual that will create safe passage between here and the nearest island. You must get my people to safety. Griffin Island is lost. Squawk!"
What the fuck? An island? We don't lose islands. What?
I know. That guy looks like he could make us lose an island.
Yeah, I don't know, Elias. We can't kill the little knight over here. I mean, he's a big knight, but there's Zeus over there, and I don't know what we're gonna do.
I
Ken,
think it's
where's
more
the
like
magic
a
sword?
Poseidon kind of guy.
A Poseidon? I don't care. It's a Poseidon or it's a Zeus, but whatever it is, it's gonna kill us.
I need time to perform the ritual. Please keep the enemy at bay, and I will be able to make sure that you are able to get to safety away from here. Squawk.
Okay.
And so I am going to say the Griffin needs to get a status up to Ritual 4 to create enough magic to ensure that you and the people of Griffin Island will be able to get out of here safely and apparently leave the island to its fate. The Griffin seems pretty confident that's the only option here. You guys can help by either contributing magic to the Griffin's ritual, by keeping the Weeping Knight at bay long enough for the ritual to finish. Like, there's a lot of different ways that you can help this. So with that in mind, Elias, because like you were in the middle of magic already, the Griffin was speaking to you, I'm going to put the spotlight on you. What is your reaction to all this, and what would you like to do?
Fuck. Simo, do you want to focus on stopping the night or gathering the people to, get off the island faster? I feel like that's the two options for us, and then we'll trade off on that.
Well, Fabrice isn't really useful in a fight. Maybe he can get people to follow him. I know he's a weird rock guy.
Yeah, he's a weird rock guy, so I figured he could give magic to the Griffin.
Yeah, but
all right.
No, I mean, I could also. I've got the turtle tags. I could,
You could turtle.
Yeah.
You want to be our voice? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, like I have to talk. I don't want to talk.
You have to rally
them.
the villagers off of the island. Yep, that's you.
I'll take care of the villagers.
Okay, no. Yeah, I see where the vision we got crossed. I was like, oh, I could do this support work, and no, I get what you're saying. That wouldn't. Yeah, it's probably better I don't.
So, Ken just fell off of a griffin like 50 feet up. So I think one of us has to focus on distracting the knight.
I've still got it. He's mine.
You're limping. You're limping, Ken. I feel like you need help.
I'll help Ken.
Okay, I'll rally the villagers and then help you.
All right.
Yes?
Break.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, team.
Just the three of them with Ken
team.
like 30 feet over.
Yeah. It's just like, I'm over here.
But he still does it, like he puts his hand out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Elias then will go to rally the villagers and get them like ready to leave as quickly as possible.
Sure. How do you think you're doing that? What shape does that take?
Hello, everyone. I am Elias, newly acquainted friend of your patron Griffin. So, things are looking bad out there. As you see, there's a giant. But worry not, the Griffin has a plan. So if all of you would make a nice, safe line and follow me, we will get out of here and not die. Thumbs up.
That's it.
Did he say we're gonna die? We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
These guys are getting their asses kicked. Why should we trust them? Okay, Elias. What tags do you have that are helping you out with this?
Building trust, traveling merchant.
Okay. End of sentence. Those two. You got one more, maybe?
I'm a well-respected witch apprentice.
I don't think you're relying on any sort of magical talents or capabilities. I don't think that one's
You're a
gonna apply
manager.
here.
Don't you have some kind of management tags?
No.
All right. It sounds like it's going to be a roll +2. Go ahead and give that to me, Nate.
You got it. That's an 11 for a strong hit.
An
Hell yeah,
11
brother.
for a strong hit. Very good. You are able to quickly rally the villagers, get them start moving down the mountain. That was a roll +2. You've got 2 power here. I think the power can be spent to do what you want to do. I think it's just going to cost 1 to like get the people going down the mountain. Now, getting them going isn't really helping the deal with the night or helping with the ritual. But I think you've still got that 1 power left over. And remember, one of the things you can do with power is to perform like an extra feat beyond what you were trying to do. What just like else would you like to do in this moment?
I think the kind of extra power here is kind of, this works way better than Elias thought it would. Like, he thought he'd be like managing people, and they're just all kind of going. He's like, oh, great. You protect everyone, make sure they're safe as they're crossing. You come with me. And he's gonna grab like a couple people to come help him with the distraction effort.
Sure. What
Like a
kind
tag
of
like
people do you
assistant,
think you?
like thugs, ruffians.
What kind of people?
Thugs,
Some ruffians? Is that what you said?
helper ruffians, yes.
Helper ruffians.
Okay.
I would like
that's
to
very
create a
good.
tag.
Creating a tag does technically cost 2 power, which you don't have
really?
here. But I'm gonna allow it here. I think you've got some helper ruffians. Maybe what they're able to do like isn't
Don't
that
do me with
much,
power.
but like there's extra bodies around right now. And that's something I'll consider. Okay. You've got some extra bodies here. As Elias is organizing people, coordinating movements, let's jump over to Simo next. What is Simo going to do?
All right, you skeleton knight guy, try this on for size. I'm gonna attack the skeleton dude. I'm going to use my largeness to my advantage because this is going to be a physical attack. I'm going to
You're
use my
canonically
magic.
like 2,000 pounds, right?
Yeah, I'm a big boy. I'm going to use my magic tusks, touch my flippers to them to encase them in ice like boxing gloves.
Ah, yes, dude.
All right.
I'm gonna sock it.
Very good. I'll just throw out a few other things I think apply here. Is we've got an icy battlefield, and I think that is something that you specifically can take advantage of, being a walrus man, knowing how to move about on the ice.
It's like how Sub-Zero scoots across half the map with the ice glide thing.
I think that's great. I think that's going to apply here. That's going to bring you up to a +3.
Yeah.
You are going to get a -3 on a direct attack against the knight because of his might. I'm also going to subtract 1 because you're still oozed from those those angry oozes that you fought. I think that's like making you stick a little bit to the ice. I think that's slowing you down a little bit. So that's going to bring you down to a -1 on this roll.
Just gives you a little extra traction.
Can you Gertie or the friendly ruffians to help him?
If you want Gertie to be focusing on this, like we said, instead of like helping with the ritual or the magical stuff, then sure, we can say she's throwing like candy bombs and stuff.
We should get her in on the ritual. I think Simo and I
let's
can
just
handle
have her-
this guy.
I mean, I don't think that.
We need to make sure the
if you-
ritual gets done as quick as
No,
possible.
I agree with you. I don't think we should take off Gertie, but like you just was like, I think we can handle.
We
I was like,
got
I know,
it.
but like if you think you
I
can,
mean, you just failed, and
good
Tyler's rolling
for
at a
me.
-1. But yeah, if you guys got it,
Yeah, it'll be fine.
yeah, I mean,
Trust me.
He's gonna roll double sixes. Just
Yeah,
watch.
it's gonna be. Just check this shit out.
I'm watching.
Oh,
Decent, an 8, an
okay.
8.
an eight.
okay, hey, we'll take it. That's a -1. That's an 8. That's huge. It's beautiful.
That is huge. That is a mixed hit. You even with a negative modifier or a +0, you are always going to get 1 power to spend. So I'm gonna ask you what effect you'd like to create here. I would suggest the Weeping Knight is already distracted 1 from his conversation with with Fabrice. That distraction is like representing you guys getting in the way and drawing his attention from the Griffin and the ritual. So increasing that distracted status is going to be beneficial to trying to help the ritual get done. So is that the effect you're
Yes.
trying to have here?
That is the effect we would like. Absolutely.
Very good. So you are going to skate across the ice, ice boxing gloves, covering your flippers from your tusks, and just wham right across the cheek of the Weeping Knight. Doesn't seem like it really hurts him, but he is like fully focused on you right now. The consequence here, I'm gonna say, from your mixed hit is he does like stop all of your momentum, and he like grabs you by the collar, and he like has a hold of you right now. It doesn't seem like he is that interested in doing physical harm to you guys. He hasn't stabbed anybody with his spear. He hasn't even like really punched anybody. The most physical harm he's doled out has been just knocking Ken off of the Griffin. So
he hit one of
you-
us with the butt of his spear too.
Yeah, he's hit you with like the blunt end of his spear when he could have stabbed you. And so like maybe Simo is thinking as he's like grappled by this knight that like something really bad is about to happen, but it seems like he is most interested in just stopping you. From
Gotcha.
there, let's move the spotlight over to Fabrice. Fabrice, you had this conversation with the knight. He told you something has been forgotten, a promise has been broken, and because of that, his master is going to sink this island. And if you recall, when you healed the Griffin, you had some sort of connection with him. You felt that there was something
missing. Yeah.
Something that is like lingering with you. I created a tag on you called Bad Omen. I'm going to change the name of that slightly right now. And I think I'm going to change that from Bad Omen to Something is Missing. And that's not going to be something that has like an immediate effect, but you just you feel that something is missing, and that is like lingering with you. With that in mind, and with everything that's happening, what is Fabrice going to try to do?
I'm just gonna. Okay, so what do they need for this ritual specifically? Just
Magic.
The Griffin is like calling upon his magic to try and create some effect that will protect people, that will create safe passage from here to another island. So far, he has not like really achieved anything, but you feel like you can help him. You can try and offer some of your magic. It's a ritual needs to be performed. I'm gonna be pretty like lenient on how you want to try and help with that, if I feel like it makes sense.
okay. I want to try to use my passion for fixing things to create a little altar where I want to help channel the Griffin's magic, and I also want to channel my magic, my life magic and my healing magic into his magic to try to make it better and help. And I'm going to do this while I'm trying to commune with reptiles so I can enter a Zen Nirvana state and just be the most successful and just powerful person I can be. So that's my plan. And I guess I could call on my turtle. I have a turtle, just if I can't find any other reptiles. I always have one in my back pocket.
How do you feel like your turtle might help with this?
So the main way my turtle helps with this is it's kind of like a support animal. So he's acting as another medium as a turtle, and I have the power to commune with reptiles. That's the Zen state. So like technically I might need a turtle for that. So that's why I brought up the turtle. But we can cut
I
that
said I was
tag,
going to be lenient. I don't feel like being that lenient.
I think that's fair. But what about the other tag? Like I have it, so I can commune with reptiles. So I'm all right with that.
I think
like to commune with reptiles.
I think life magic
That's
and
fair.
healing magic absolutely are things that you can use to help the Griffin out. I think on top of that, the distraction that your allies have been able to provide is going to help as well. Their focus is away from you, away from the Griffin. You're going to have extra time to try and get this done. That said, I think because the storm is specifically what is trying to be stopped, the power of the storm is going to interfere, is going to make it harder. So I'm going to subtract the storm 2 status from that, which will give you a roll +2.
And then Gertie would be helping on this roll?
Yeah, and if Gertie is helping you, if she is also using some of her magic, we can add her to make that a +3.
It says I got a 9, but I don't know if I'm looking at the right thing.
You are looking at the right thing.
Okay,
so
good.
that is a 9, a mixed hit for 3 power. So you can spend that 3 power to get the ritual up to status 3. You can spend part of that to contribute to the ritual and do something else. How do you think this influx of magic that Fabrice is calling upon to help, what effect would you like to have on this?
So the effect I was thinking was just like channeling my magics. So it's generally, safety, warding magic, and health, or so protective magics. So that's kind of what I was thinking.
Right, which is
he's
what
creating some kind of
which is what the Griffin is trying to do, right? Create a protective, safe passage.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying you can just spend your power to increase the power of the ritual 1 for 1. Is that what you want to do?
I mean,
or
that's
do
what
you
I
want
want to do. Yeah, I just want to help make his ritual ultimately successful. Like,
Great. So if you want to spend all 3 of your power on that, I will create a status for Ritual 3, which is 1 away from what you need to ensure the safety of the people of Griffin Island. And so what does your magic look like as you're doing this, Dom? What is Fabrice's magic actually manifesting as? If you say turtle,
So he probably does like a little, chill, just sitting on maybe in his turtles on him, so he can kind of commune. He's drawing from that divine inspiration from the shape of the creatures of the earth. And, he just kind of like channels it. Probably got some green energy where his whole thing, he's got his green energy. It's like his soul that keeps him alive. We don't know what's going on there. Do you see like the different moss and crap that he's got on his weird freakish rock body just start like growing and like decaying and like aging and like basically just a little timeline of lapse of life existing on his person while he's channeling his magic, which it's green energy. It's got magic, green reptiles, boom, lasers
magic
into the
green
griffin.
reptiles, boom.
Yeah, and then the griffin's probably got like magic feather energy, I'm sure. So it like melds with that and does whatever the combination of the 2 colors is.
Yeah, so this rising green magic, as well as like hot pink magic from Gertie, sort of swirls in a spiral up towards the griffin, who like absorbs it in his chest. And he's like, "Squawk! Thank you, my friends!" And starts flapping his wings furiously. And as he flaps, there's just big gusts of wind, right? Like unnaturally powerful gusts of wind that batter the saltwater rain away, creating almost like a vacuum vortex around the mountain peak. I'm going to actually reduce the status of storm by 1, as you have created this safe passage portal around you. Not quite enough to like ensure the safety of the people just yet, but it's helping you out for now. And as the griffin moves, as the griffin is channeling your magic, Gertie's magic, his own magic, there's like sparkles, just very pretty nice sparkles all around him. And with each flap of his wings, they get a little brighter, a little bit more colorful. And there's almost like this rainbow of magic starting to form around the griffin. And as the ritual is underway, as it just needs a little more power to achieve, let's move the spotlight back over to Ken, picking himself up off the ground, wounded, feeling sorrowful from the magic of the night.
Hey, big guy, we're not done.
But we're not done. What is Ken gonna do?
I kind of want to grab like a really big stick and just try and whack him with it. Dent the armor a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock his helmet off the cliff, like with a stick. I want to try and smack his helmet off of the cliff.
Okay. Knocking
well,
his helmet
he's going
off.
for distracted, so this kind of
This is distraction. Yeah, I'm not trying to kill this guy. I already know
it's
we're
not
fucked.
going to work well.
What tags do you have that you think are helpful here?
Knows many fighting styles.
Knocking helmet foo.
Yeah, I improvised weaponry.
Sure, okay.
That's
1.
Focused under pressure.
All right.
Strength.
Sure, inhuman strength.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's +3. You're not really doing a direct attack on the knight.
No, I'm distracting him.
So I guess I won't apply the -3
Fuck yes.
because you're just trying to knock a helmet off. Okay, give me a roll +3.
13, baby.
Damn.
Woo, woo, woo.
That helmet goes flying off the mountain. Here's the thing. You whacked a helmet, and I just feel like that is not the most beneficial thing.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it was a
you
bit of a
go.
waste of a 13, but
I will say that
he
was
can't see without his helmet.
that.
Everyone knows.
Well, I mean, you didn't get a -3, so it is what it is.
He and even if I had given you the -3, that would still have been a 10.
A 10.
So whatever.
Yeah, that would have been impressive.
I'll say that's enough for you to distract the knight a little bit more, and I think we'll
There
call
we
it a
go.
day there.
Status helmetless.
Oh, he already had the helmet off.
Yeah, well, now he
Now
can't see
it's
without a helmet. That's
now
where the eye holes are.
now it's gone.
He's a skeleton. Oh wait, yeah, no. What?
I'll say that's enough for him to almost just like look at you curiously as like, what are you doing? And give him distracted 3.
He's still crying.
Next up, Elias. You have gotten the people going down the mountain. You've got some ruffians who I think are just like helping with like being like, hey over here, like keeping the attention off the griffin. What are you gonna try and do here?
Where we at with the ritual?
It's at 3. You need to get it to 4.
4. All right.
So you think you can get it
You
over
think you
the
push it
hump?
over the edge?
I can try. I'm gonna use my witch apprentice and wind magic.
Anything else?
My weakness of my magic takes time,
Okay.
and I think that's it.
So that was 2 assets, 1 weakness. I'll let you get a bonus from Gertie here because you're trying to contribute to the ritual, which we said is what she was focused on, plus the distraction. So that's going to be an additional +3, which I believe will give you a cumulative +5.
You pretty much can't miss, man. Just don't get a double 1.
No, I did not get a double 1. I got a 10.
Okay.
For a strong hit at 5 power.
That is a strong
power
hit at
That's
5
just infinite power.
Yeah, this is great.
And so let's talk about that. You can spend 1 of that power to get the ritual over the edge, get it to 4 where you need it to get. That would leave you with 4 power to spend. And I want you to think here for a second on what you might be able to do with that. You don't want to let all this power to go to waste.
With much power comes great responsibility.
So are there any other statuses that you would like to add to or create that might like help your escape from here? Tags that you want to get rid of or create? Additional pieces of information that you think you might learn? Like what else do you want to get out of this as the ritual reaches its apex?
Is there some way for me to learn more from this knight of like what he's mad about?
Yeah.
I think what has the griffin done? What did he forget? Like, I want to know more.
Yeah, and so I think your golden magic joins up. And as it hits the griffin, there's just this burst of rainbow light. And the griffin begins to like fly in a circle over top of the mountain peak and says, Fly quickly, my friends! Fly quickly to safety! And flaps his wings one more time, and just a true rainbow starts to blast out of the Griffin away from you all, out towards the sea, in the opposite direction of the tidal wave. And as this rainbow traverses the sky, there's like a break in the dark storm clouds. Light starts to shine brightly down, and you can see like it is creating this passage through the water where the storm is not raging. And as this takes place, just what do you say or do to the night that might make this information that you're asking for?
I think Elias is like busy trying to get in the way and protect like the innocents.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he like steps in the way, and like the knight was like trying to like push someone or something, and like almost stabs like through Elias and like stops itself.
Yeah.
And he's just like, wait, we're not here to do you any harm. We're just trying to help and keep everyone safe. Why?
I'm here to do him some harm.
I just sucker punched him like 10 seconds ago.
Well, I'm not here to do harm. Why do you attack us? Why do this?
And the weeping knight looks up to you, Elias, like making eye contact if he had eyes in his sockets. And
Do I look
just
at the chest? Do I look at the... Okay.
that low grumbling voice comes out. Millennia ago, my master gave everything on the condition that the Guardians would remember his name. The Griffin has forgotten, and so the contract is broken. The price must be paid.
So I assume if that was the condition, you won't just tell me who your master is now.
I cannot speak his name.
Yeah, that makes
Well,
sense.
that's inconvenient.
But we call him the Kraken.
The Kraken?
No!
Okay. That's a cool title. I wonder what that means.
Go back to our pre-campaign discussion episode. This is the Kraken.
The Kraken.
I love it. Well, shit, that's terrifying. That's a scary name.
Yeah, it is.
You're very powerful. Do you want to join us? And never mind. That's a stupid idea. Okay. Do we want to keep fighting? Are you gonna let us pass? I mean, we'll try and remember the name. I just, oh boy. I'll get on that, sir.
If the memory of what my master gave is forgotten or ignored, then all who he gave it for are damned.
Okay. Is that every island?
And that's all I'm gonna give you. That's this is the prologue, you know.
No, no cutscene.
As you're having this conversation, as the rainbow is spreading across the sky into the horizon beyond what you are capable of seeing, creating this light, this safety. People start rushing down the island. They are heading towards the village. The knight, I'm just gonna say, like, fully lets Simo go, and as he looks up towards the Griffin, If he had a face, he would scowl. And he says, "You may have saved these souls, but the island will still be taken." And as the magic is taking hold, the ritual, the knight turns to face towards the coming giant, and he begins to walk down the island towards it. You are able to start rushing down, and the griffin shouts at you all as you start to run. "The dragon! You must warn the dragon not to forget like I did! Squawk!" You start running down into the village. And I'm just going to do a couple quick things here. The villagers are running into their homes, trying to collect things that they might be able to take with them away from here to safety. I will ask each of you, as you are joining them in the escape, what you might be helping them with, what you might be directing them towards, the things that you are able to collect here, or the assets you are able to create might help you on the coming journey away from this place. So let's start with Simo. Simo, is there anything you are going to be doing in the village on your way away from this place?
Well, if we're talking about like helping people get out of here, get rid of the icy battlefield.
You don't need to worry about that. You are in the village. Like what assets are you trying to gather or collect for the journey away from Griffin Island to safety, the nearest island away from here?
Well, we got to take the food truck.
That's accounted
That's
for.
taken care of.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
extra
all right.
stuff.
Like what? Yeah, what can we help the villagers with? Like, and what assets might we like? I don't know.
Well, I'm grabbing the
food is a good one.
Yeah,
I'm
we
grabbing
gotta-
the food.
just piling on as much food and fresh water as I can.
Okay, great. I'm not going to make you roll for this, but what tags do you have that like are helping you with this?
I am large, so I can carry a bunch.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I burned my lots of rope. Otherwise, I could have made like
You
a
did.
thing. Bummer. I am a shipwreck sailor, so I am good at cataloging inventory on the fly.
Prioritizing what you need for
Yes.
emergencies. Okay,
Yeah.
I think that applies.
Yes. I'm making sure that we got the limes and the oranges so we don't get scurvy. I think that's enough. Oh, can I invoke a weakness?
If you want to.
Actually, no, I won't. I won't do that. It's stupid. I won't do it here. Yeah, that'll be it. No, it's just inappropriate.
So you were focusing on like food, right? You said?
Yes.
Okay, so you had 2 power there. I'm just going to create a status that is food 2 to represent what Simo is able to help with in the escape from Griffin Island. Ken, you said you also wanted to focus on food?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, what tags do you have that are helping with this?
Survival skills.
Definitely.
Focused under pressure.
Okay.
Loves to cook.
Sure. I think you can
It's food related.
use that. Do you want to? So that's 3 power. You want to use that all on food to get it up to food 5?
Yeah, let's get it all the way up there.
Okay, great. Keep in mind, any status goes to 6. That is like overwhelming. So I think you have all
We've
the
got
food you
food.
are capable of carrying. Elias, what do you want to help the people
Kitchen
with
stocked.
as you are gathering things to escape from Griffin Island?
What do I want to do? Whew.
Yeah.
Can I look for the magic sword?
Do it.
I knew he was. I was gonna
I
say
didn't
he's gonna be
catch
like,
that.
I try and make a new magic sword.
No, he's
Can
gonna
I
look for the magic sword.
Sure. What tags do you have that are helping you look for that or find that?
Witch apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily have a tag dedicated to making magic items, but I was thinking bag of things
Sure.
as
I think
being able to make some find something that I know the magic signature to.
that works here.
And then wind magic is a kind of detect spell, almost of cast the wind to
Follow the wind.
Okay, I think that works.
sense the magic across the wind. And I think those are the three.
Okay, so I will create a status for you as you find the sword. You're that is what you are entirely focused on as you are rushing down the mountain. Other people are gathering their supplies, their prized possessions, whatever they are able to escape from this place with. You are like, I need that sword. I think you do find the sword, but it is broken in 3 parts. And
fair.
so I am going to create a status for you that is Broken Sword 3.
At Elias's broken heart 3.
Oh, hey, you found my sword.
Hey, Ken, next time I make a cool sword all magical powered, you wait until I tell you it's fucking ready to use it, okay?
All right, fair.
And that just leaves Fabrice. Fabrice, what are you focused on in the rush to escape from this place?
Yeah, I would like to focus on they had the petting zoo or whatever the heck, or it's like a barn or whatever.
Sure, there are animals.
Livestock. Good idea.
That's the only exact. Well, this only thing that mattered to me was because I was just gonna go see reptiles and stuff. So yeah, I just want to save all those animals where I became friends with that kid Billy or whatever the heck his name was.
Very good. What tags do you have that are going to help you gather and shepherd wildlife?
I think learn to see the beauty in all things because, well, we'll take that one off actually because I have a bunch. Commune with reptiles. There were reptiles there. There was a iguana or nope, it was a chameleon. I definitely want to use turtle caravaner. I am a professional turtle caravaner. I took the turtle caravan and I am driving it and using it for my needs in this instance. I'm using the turtle riding crop, which is the thing that I use it's the turtle
ride the turtle?
caravan thing. Exactly. That's how
Sure,
it works,
that's
guys.
useful for shepherding animals. So I will create another that is livestock 3. And so these are the things that you are able to gather and escape with. And as you are gathering these things from Griffin Island Village, that thunder is getting louder and closer as the giant, the Kraken, is getting closer to Griffin Island. And when it gets, within a mile or 2 of the island, you can barely make out the features of this creature. The size of a mountain itself. It looks like a man made of stone and coral. It is dripping with water. It has an impassive face, no emotion, as if the face itself were carved and cannot move. But its eyes glow with a violent red energy that is tinting the landscape with its light as it approaches. And you realize you need to get away from here now. You all rush down from the village, down the mountain path, getting closer to the water. There's a dock built into the side of the mountain, and there is no large ship waiting for you. You people must gather in little fishing boats, little schooners and skiffs. Some people are just getting on rafts, simple collections of logs gathered together. There is surely doubt spreading upon you if this is even possible, if you can survive a mass exodus from an island this way. But you do look up and you see that that rainbow still in the sky, perpetually creating this like barrier that is shining its multicolor light down. And as long as you stay in that light, maybe, just maybe, you will be able to get to safety. The 5 of you and your turtles, you get on one of the larger boats here, big enough for maybe like 20 or 30 people at most. And you begin to sail away from Griffin Island, staying in the created protective magic of the Guardian. And as you do everything you can to get as quickly away from danger as possible, you see the Kraken making contact, making landfall on Griffin Island. You can barely see the flying dot in the sky that is the Griffin. And the Kraken, with a giant stone and coral hand, reaches up, grabs the Griffin, and crushes him.
Oof. Squawk.
The earth of Griffin Island, of the mountain, trembles. And the fist of the Kraken comes down on the mountain top, and it begins to crumble, stones and boulders falling into the sea. The Kraken continues to pummel and destroy.
My God.
You get far enough away that you see this begin to disappear, get smaller and smaller and smaller. And we see the opening title appear above the ruins of Griffin Island. Legend in the Mist. And we will see you on the next episode of Escape the Dungeon. Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Nate. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.